Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
New information tonight, a 27-year-old man is dead following a crash between a UTV and a car, and now police are asking for help finding the driver responsible. It happened Monday evening around 7 on County Road 158 in Maple Grove Township.
Deputies with the Becker County Sheriff's Department say when they arrived on scene, the driver of the car had already fled. The 27-year-old driver of the UTV was unresponsive and later died at a Fargo hospital. Anyone with information on this incident is urged to call the Becker County Sheriff's Office at this phone number, 218-847-2661.
A motorcyclist was lucky tonight that his injuries weren't serious after colliding with a car in downtown Moorhead a little over an hour ago. It happened at Main Avenue and 8th Street, right in front of the Moorhead Dairy Queen. No word on the exact injuries, but the motorcycle was towed from the scene. We have a call into Moorhead Police. They tell us they have an officer on the scene investigating. They weren't able to provide details.
A search for a man with several warrants out of Cass and Clay counties turned some heads in West Fargo today. The Family Dollar on Main Avenue was surrounded with police earlier this afternoon as officers searched a red vehicle in the parking lot along with help from K-9 units. Police couldn't tell us what the warrants were for, but they did confirm 52-year-old Dennis Christensen was found and has since been booked in the Cass County Jail. He's now facing an additional charge for being a fugitive from justice.
We're very happy for this outcome. We were hoping for this outcome.
Police are thanking the community and their fellow agencies tonight after a 7-month-old baby girl that was missing for nearly 24 hours in Bismarck was found safe around 4:15 this afternoon. Police say Leah Mae Morissette was dropped off at Sanford's ER in Bismarck. They aren't saying who dropped the baby off. She was last seen with her mother, Dawn Morissette, on surveillance video Monday about 1 a.m. Morissette has since been charged with child neglect. Authorities in Bismarck responded to the 300 block of West Arbor Avenue Monday night for a welfare check on the 7-month-old. Morissette told police she didn't know where the baby was. In court documents, police say Morissette appeared to be coming down from meth. Police will be contacting social services to see where the little girl will go after she's treated and released from the hospital.
The next time you're thinking about egging someone's house, make sure they don't have a security camera. This footage was posted on Nextdoor, coming from the Bennett neighborhood in South Fargo. And this person wasn't the only one to be egged. This house, apparently a couple of cars were hit Monday night as well. Some have filed a police report.
A neighborhood is rattled after someone was caught trying to steal items from their property. A woman from the President's Park area in Grand Forks said that she saw a car driving down her street early this morning. She said there were 4 boys in it. They were looking to break into a car. Others in the neighborhood say this isn't the first time.
We've had incidents where stuff has been stolen in the past. We should be able to leave a bike unlocked for more than an hour and expect that it's not going to be stolen.
Grand Forks police say this incident was never reported. They encourage you to lock your doors and report anything suspicious.
The largest police settlement in Minneapolis history has been approved. Today, a state district court judge approved the $20 million settlement with the family of Justine Damon. Of that settlement, $5.7 million goes to Damon's brother, $5 million to her father, and $1 million to her fiance, with approximately $6.3 million going to attorney's fees. Another $2 million goes to the Fund for Safe Communities of the Minneapolis Foundation. The fund is a program to fight gun violence in the city. Damon was shot and killed by then-officer Mohammed Noor in 2017. A jury found Noor guilty of third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter.
An Indiana community is in mourning tonight after an 11-year-old Girl Scout was hit by a falling tree and died while on an outing at a campground. Authorities are calling it a freak accident that took the life of 11-year-old Isabel Meyer. It happened at the Girl Scout Camp Cook in southern Indiana as Meyer's group finished a hike. 2 adult volunteers were seriously hurt and a 10-year-old suffered a hand injury. It's not clear why the tree fell, but the U.S. Forest Service is reminding people to avoid dead trees and those leaning more than 10 degrees. Other signs of trouble, soil that's heaving and lifting up around roots. The camp is closed for right now.
Nearly 130 years later, descendants of those killed in the 1890 Wounded Knee Massacre want justice for their ancestors. A group from South Dakota is in Washington for the introduction of a bill called the Remove the Stain Act, which looks to revoke 20 medals of honor awarded to American soldiers who fought at Wounded Knee. The descendants of the Lakota who were killed, including women and children, say there was nothing honorable about the actions of the soldiers that day.
I didn't think it was going to be happening this quick. I thought it might be my children that would be doing this.
We hope and pray that this will happen, and it has been a long time coming.
The legislation now awaits action in the House.
North Dakota's Department of Transportation has received a 4-year waiver from the Federal Aviation Administration to fly drones over people. It's the first time the state has gotten a waiver to routinely fly an unmanned aircraft system over individuals. It'll carry a parachute just in case something fails with the device in order to protect surrounding traffic. It's working with several agencies to advance research focusing on safe operations of unmanned aircraft systems.
Right now we're all in the preparation phase. We're looking at buying 3 parachutes for the drones operations, and then we'll probably strategically place them throughout the state. Maybe we need one in Fargo, maybe we need something out west as well.
The DOT also says this pilot program will enhance the state with infrastructure inspections, traffic crash reconstruction, and emergency response during a life-threatening event in rural areas.
Worldwide, 175,000 children ages 14 and under are diagnosed each year with cancer. For some, they can get away from the fight by attending Camp Casey.
And Valley News Team's Katie Opperly went there today and found out that kids living with cancer or those who have had cancer are able to simply enjoy themselves.
118 kids came out to Camp Casey this year, a camp dedicated to kids against cancer everywhere.
They get to come and no one says, how come you don't have hair, or why do you have those scars? They get to just be kids and not worry about it.
Camp Casey is filled with fun as these kids get to play at the lake, be with other kids, and enjoy countless activities. Camp director Kim Belgard says their favorite day is when they get to head out on the water and go fishing with volunteers like the FM Walleyes.
They just give them extra treats. They take them out. They go for a ride. Whatever they want, they make their day really fun.
One volunteer, Sharon Stevens, knows what these kids are going through better than some, as her son Jared was diagnosed with cancer at 16.
He was taken to Children's in Minneapolis, and Dr. Naguib told us that he had pineoblastoma, brain cancer, and he also had cancer in his spine.
Jared went through treatment and is now cancer-free, and that's why Sharon says she feels it's important to give back to those going through a similar journey.
I thought you need to give back, and you want to be there for these kids because, they've been through a lot, and it's just, I just want to be there for them.
She says days like these at Camp Casey mean more to the kids than we know. It's a chance to get away and be a kid.
It's fun to see the kids smiling and laughing and catching fish, being in hospitals days on end, not even knowing what it's like outside. It's awesome to be out.
Camp Casey has been going on for 30 years, and all those we spoke to at the camp say it will be going on for many more years to come. In Lake Park, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
And if you'd like to learn more about the camp or how you can get involved, go to our website at valleynewslive.com. A new gym in West Fargo can help those of you looking for ninja training. 4-Star Ninja Academy held an open house tonight, complete with equipment and training based on the show American Ninja Warrior. It's divided into 2 areas, one for adults and teens and one for younger kids. The owners say running the obstacles can be daunting, but there's support for you along the way.
It takes a lot of upper body strength, but it's more of strength to weight ratio. That's one thing we work on here. We have free weights, we have other means to help people get in shape and get to where they can work themselves into where they can do this.
Now, the grand opening will be July 1st. It's going to include an appearance from a Ninja Warrior from the show.
The rain from last week plus the hot temperatures this week are making conditions ideal for mosquito breeding. But Cass County Vector Control is assuring people they're on top of it. Director Ben Prather says what his crews are seeing in the ditches, ponds, and sloughs is fairly average for late June, early July. But he says there's a batch set to hatch next week. Prather says he's talking with city leaders about more ground and aerial spraying for the near future. In the meantime, his crews have done nearly 2,000 inspections this week alone and applied over 4,000 pounds of larvicide product the past 2 shifts to kill the larvae they find in water.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with no wait weather.
A beautiful evening, and our time lapse from the Valley Skycam here shows the gorgeous colors as the sun set on our summer day. Temperatures back to average in Fargo with a high of 80 degrees. As we head into the overnight, temperatures still very comfortable out there, 68 degrees, and early this evening we had a bit of wind to contend with. It's now down to 7 miles per hour. It's still 70 out at Moorhead's Airport at this hour, 67 Grand Forks, and a degree warmer in Devil's Lake, Jamestown rather, at a 69 degree reading right now. Wadena 64, it's 68 in Detroit Lakes and 64 in Badette. Here is a look at the radar, and we see just a couple of blips of green dancing through northwest portions of Minnesota. Roseau County, Lake of the Woods County, still seeing passing showers this evening. Although they are decreasing in intensity, that's not the case for storms that have been strong moving out of Montana and Wyoming into western parts of the Dakotas as we head to bed tonight. Those will continue their trek eastward overnight, and your hour-by-hour forecast shows that as we go through the overnight hours, there might be a chance of some overnight showers in our southwesternmost counties, Dickey, Lemoore, maybe other portions of southeast North Dakota as well. But by the time we start our day, most of us should have quiet conditions and temperatures near 60 degrees. As we head toward your lunch hour, the sun is on. The wind will not be a factor like it was today. And what wind we have will likely be coming out of the south, fairly light, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Lunchtime temperatures will about match our highs for today. And that leaves plenty of room for the afternoon to warm things up. We'll have a chance at some mid-80s in the Red River Valley, many low 80s across Lakes Country and much of eastern North Dakota as well. We cannot rule out a spotty thunder shower tomorrow, but it doesn't look like a good bet. So by and large, the vast majority of us will enjoy dry conditions. Sunrise, 5:34, 58 degrees the temperature as we go through the 6 o'clock hour. We'll see some morning clouds as a result of the systems out in the western Dakotas tonight. Then in the afternoon, we'll see increasing sunshine, temperatures peaking in the mid-80s, and we stay in those 80s all the way until the sun sets on our day. Your hometown forecast shows a lot of 80 to 85 degree readings across eastern North Dakota and the Red River Valley counties of Minnesota, where you see the deep red colors here, and maybe subtly cooler as we head into parts of central Minnesota with temperatures in the upper 70s. Here is a look at a photo that was uploaded. Again, very picturesque storms last night. This one in Lemoore, Amy capturing the ominous clouds working their way. It's a shelf cloud associated with the thunderstorm moving in. Thank you to all of you who uploaded your photos for us to take a look at. We'll have a slight chance of a spotty thunderstorm or two once again Thursday, a little hotter. And then Friday and Saturday, the heat is on. We're expecting temperatures close to 90 on Friday. A spotty storm can't be ruled out. But on Saturday, it looks just downright sweltery. It'll be humid as well Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So drink plenty of fluids, get the sunscreen out, and then prepare for cooler weather as we head back to work next week.
There you go. Just a bump, high bump, and then we're back down again.
First full week of summer, and it looks very summer-like there.
Thank you. Later on Valley News Live at 10, some everyday personal care products that you're using could be hurting your body. The chemical that could be linked to bone issues after the break.